Hey all, Fizzban here. Welcome back to the last bit we need to do in our Nightmare Moon project. And apparently we have guests. And I'm very hungry, apparently. What? I have never heard that sound before. I guess it's because I tried to feed them with steak. They don't like that. I guess? Alright, ignoring the boat llama, the normal llama, and the weird guy, we are gonna continue with our build. We are gonna work on the mane and the tail, and that is the last bit we need. I did go and get some more resources for this, because I figured we'd need more of the light blue glazed, if I could speak, the light blue glazed terracotta, and some packed ice. I don't think I have enough packed ice, but we'll see. I'm also not sure if I even have enough blue glazed terracotta, but I will also see. Regardless, let's get this on the road. Now I did realize one thing about working with the light blue glazed terracotta, and that is the fact that it can be placed in like 4 different directions and it changes the pattern each time. So that was a bit tricky, because if I did that, the mane would look, well, interesting to say the least. I tried messing around with it in a creative world and it was a little bit of a mess until I realized what was happening. Then I experimented a bit more and I found a certain pattern that I liked. So once I have done the outline, I will be going in one direction and then back in the other direction to create a consistent pattern all the way through the build, rather than it being a bit of a mess. I don't care too much about the outline being a mess, but like the inside, I felt like had to have a more consistent pattern. So yeah, that is why I am constructing the outline first, rather than just building it built in from the bottom and up, which probably would have been way easier. But the outline is almost completed here. And that just about does it. I think I made a minor correction here, because of course it never really adds up the way you want it to. But that's the outline done. Now I actually, before I move to the interior properly for the mane, I pack it in the packed ice, which kind of creates this wispy thing around her mane. I considered whether to use blue ice or just a normal packed ice, but I think the normal packed ice works better with the color. I might have accidentally used, I used blue ice here, as you can see, and then I realized this and have to go back and change it, because I actually wanted to do the packed ice instead. Well, I think I'm actually out of ice. Oh, never mind. I just looked in my shulker box. I got a bit more ice than I thought, so let's continue. Losing track of where all your materials are in a big project is par for the course, I feel, in Minecraft, at least for me. I think I tried to keep a bit of organization with it, with the black shulker box for the coal back when I was working on the other parts of the build. But once that was emptied, I kind of just realized I needed some more of, well, the other materials like ice, and I just grabbed the shulker box because it was empty, and then I apparently forgot I had an entire shulker box filled with ice. Maybe that is just something I should do in general, to keep a better overview of where all my materials are. Just color code my shulker boxes with roughly what's in them, and then hope I can make sense of it. Maybe that warrants some further consideration at least. As for the build itself, I realized I could have used a lot more variations in the build. Like the body, I could have probably swapped in some of the cold blocks for obsidian, maybe even black stone or black concrete, or just some of the darker blocks in general to create some more variants. And the same goes for the outline. I could have, instead of just using the light gray concrete, I could have probably used gravel in some of the places. But I mean, everything can be improved upon. It really is a matter of how much time you invest in it, I guess. And I feel like this has already been like a major undertaking of a project, so I decided to just stick with what I had originally planned and then go with that. And I was aware of what I could do to improve possibly future projects of the same size. But even so, I think it looked really, really good, as we just saw. Just as as a build that doesn't use a lot of variants of the blocks. I don't think I would have done anything different with the main. Like the light blue glazed terracotta block, so much is happening within just that block in and of itself. I don't think variants are going to be needed. Because you create a variant just by placing it the other direction. As you see here, I go one direction and then I change it up and go the other direction, and that creates just a different pattern with the same block. And I was surprised on how many blocks this actually took. I mean, I know the main was a giant area in and of itself, but I was still surprised. And we are slowly finishing up. Well, I spoke too soon. We are not slowly finishing up. Well, we are getting to the end of the main at least, so. And I ran out of cobblestone blocks of all things to stand on, so I had to go back and use some ice. I'm just doing a little bit of a cleanup here. I think some of the last areas are getting filled out and some of the last areas of the main are getting cleaned up now. I think that is the main all done. I keep speaking too soon on that. Yeah. That is the main all done. Now I am working on the tail, and I actually had to go out and farm some more light blue glazed terracotta for this. Because after I did the main, I think I had about 23 or so left. That is not quite enough for the tail. That is nowhere near enough. So I think I got about 10 more stacks of light blue glazed terracotta. Oh no, you can see there. How many was that? That was way more than 10 stacks. And as it turns out, it falls just slightly short, as you will see me complain about once we have done most of the tail. I also didn't work too much with scaffolding in the past few episodes. I did a little bit, but not too much. And I'm not sure if that's because I kind of ran out and didn't really want to go and make more, or if I just got a bit annoyed with it, because I realized one of the things that happens once you build with scaffolding is that at some point when you want to like branch out instead of upwards, your scaffolding just falls down, and I don't know why this happens. And that honestly gets a little bit annoying to work with. I was hoping I could like go out like 10 blocks and then just have like a line that I could walk on. But that turned out to be a little more tricky than I had hoped, and so I think I just reverted back to cobblestone. I probably should have used dirt, to be honest. That's easier to break, so might have been easier to work with in general. But cobblestone is easy enough, and I have it aplenty, so cobblestone it is. Is it weird that one of the things I'm looking most forward to in 1.18 is starting from scratch again? And then just spending probably my Christmas vacation gathering resources. It is such a weird thing to look forward to. I think that is the outline. Yeah, that is the outline of the tail being done. So now I'm moving on to pack it in the ice layer or the wispy layer. I don't know what you would call that properly. So I'm pretty much using the exact same method as I did with the main. I built like the outline framework first, and then I do all the ice around it afterwards. And lastly, I do all the insides in rows back and forth. Just like we did on the main. And it is nice when you reach the point where you have kind of started getting a system for how you're going to proceed with the build. I mean, we are at the very end, so it's a bit late to find the system, but it also, like, it had a lot of different parts of it. Like, you started out with the legs, which each were separate entities. And then only once you started work on the body and the wings, you kind of started joining the build together properly. That was probably one of the hardest parts, because you just have like 4 separate builds standing on their own, and they would have to link up properly. And there wasn't really a system, it was very touch and go in the beginning. Because part of me wanted maybe to build like the framework around it, but I ended up completely not doing that. I just kind of built upwards a little bit, and it feels like I kind of just placed blocks a little bit randomly, kind of just building from the bottom and upwards of one line instead of doing the entire framework of the body and the legs before I started placing blocks to fill it out completely. But I changed that up with the mane and tail, which I think is mostly because of how I needed to place the terracotta blocks. I kinda had to wait until I had the frame before I could go back and forth placing those blocks to get the proper pattern that I wanted. And yep, seems we are slowly doing the back and forth pattern again. And I don't think I have much more to say really. We are slowly reaching the end of the entire project, and I think I will just leave you with the time lapse and the ending for the rest of it. So enjoy! I can't believe it. This is the only area we're actually missing, and we ran out of blocks. So I'm gonna have to get just a few more. I think I'll get 2 stacks just for good measure. Probably only need half a stack, if even that. I'll get a stack or 2, and then we'll come back. Right, I got the stacks of light blue glazed terracotta that I need to finish this up. I also did a little bit of cleanup, so we don't have to do that later. And I think we're just about to finish this. I did have one minor addition to the project. Instead of like having her stand on a line of cobblestone, maybe I do some patches of ice where her hooves meet the water to kind of give the impression that the water freezes and she stands on the patches of ice that she generates. It'll make more sense than a line of cobblestone, I think, and it might look cool, so I'm gonna try that, see how it looks. So, let's continue. All right, everything is all cleaned up, all packed up, and everything here is complete. Oh, I like how this looks. I really do. Let's take a fly around, see if we missed anything and how the patches of ice looks from above. That is not how we fly though. There we go. I think the patches of ice could be a little bigger, to be honest. Hold on, last minute... last minute edition. Alright. Yeah, that looks better. Let's see how it looks from the other side. That also looks pretty good. Don't think I missed any spots in regards to cleaning it up. Oh, that looks so good. It looks so good. And right as it is turning nighttime, very fitting. Let's go back over to the other side. There's a weird line in the water. Is that because I used cobblestone here? I don't know. Oh, alright. Nope. Why are there so many creepers everywhere? I just need to go to land so I can fly. Oh, I can fly from the water. I didn't know I could fly from the water. Alright, let's find the tree. Oh. Things could spawn up here, I think, so we need to be a little bit careful. I like it. I like how this turned out, to be honest. I was a little worried about the main, because she usually has, like, the inside of her main is a purplish color, and this is significantly more bright than that. But I think it looks good. I really do. Let's go. Let us just wait a moment for the clouds so we can get a proper look here. Then we'll also wait for the daytime and just see how it looks in full daytime. Right, the clouds are almost gone. She really stands out even in the nighttime now with that mane. And I love how this looks. And here we are in full daytime. Still looks amazing. I think there is something special about looking at this during the nighttime. Maybe because it is Nightmare Moon, but it still looks really, really good in the daytime. And I do like the little patches of ice that was added in. A bit of a last minute thing. So yeah, I don't know what else to say. It's been a big project. Took a lot of time. Oh, the weird line in the water disappeared. That's nice. So yeah, I think I don't know what else to say. Thank you for watching if you stuck with it all this time. And I will see you in the next video. Fizzban out.